Scott, how do you feel about the guys coming off a second bye week here in November with two series to go before another break?
Well, they're excited to play. I can tell. I mean, even today, it's they've had a pretty good start to the week, and I don't know. You know what? I mean, one was manageable. We'll see, but I know we're rested and they're healthy, and the guys are excited to play.
4 games into the NCHC schedule, how do you feel about the team in conference play, and what do you want to see over these last 2 NCHC series before the break?
Well, I feel good about where we're at. I mean, we obviously started with the 2 wins against CC, and had a big split in Denver, which is usually what you try to do on the road if you don't win the first one, and our guys showed a lot of character. But again, for us, it's continue to try and put ourselves in a good position half Christmas time, and get some wins out of these next few games. And we know they're going to be difficult series, certainly much more physical series, I think, than maybe the previous 2. But we're playing in our league, so it's hard. And certainly we got a team coming in here that got a couple wins last weekend after getting swept the weekend before, and they'll be ready. But we're going to try and get some wins and get some points and go into the break in a good position.
Face-offs for this team. How do you feel that's fair? I feel like I kind of have a rosy outlook after a couple face-offs, one of you, the guys in Denver, but how do you feel the team as a whole has been on there? I know Parker talked about just how important they are into your guys' possession game.
I think we've been better. Certainly a couple guys have been good, but we're going to go up against the best centerman in the country, Rhett Gardner. He's over 60%. He's won over 200 draws, so we're going up against probably one of the best face-off teams. They take a lot of pride in it, and again, those are little things that maybe get overlooked, but not within from our staff to our players. We've got to be good there, and if we go 50-50, then that's good for me. If we can do better than that, we're going against a good face-off team, and it's going to start, with those face-offs all over the rink, and it's puck possession. And, like I said, we're going to have a challenge because we're going against certainly arguably one of the best guys, and their team as a team is very good on face-offs.
How do you feel Peter Krieger matches up as a face-off guy in the league?
We'll find out, won't we? I mean, if he goes against him, I'm not sure who's going to go against him. But Peter's, him and Richie have been good. Those are our top 2 guys for sure. But we need everybody. And again, it's not just the center. I mean, face-offs are 5. The forwards, and it's not just winning draws clean. And there's probably a lot of those face-offs that, depending on if you're a home or a visitor, you get the benefit. But those guys have done a good job, and obviously against Denver there was 2 key face-off wins that led to goals, and I'd like to see more of that, but those are 2 big ones.
Parker said that the reason Kriegs is so good on face-offs and a guy that he said the team trusts in clutch situations is because he puts a lot of work into that. Is that something you've seen too?
Yeah, I think he's
him and Richie.
Yeah, I think certainly Peter, he likes to study other team centers. Some guys do that. He does it more frequently than others, and obviously all of our centers we're watching this week. And but yeah, I mean, I think there's guys that certainly take a lot of pride in that, and I think all of our centers do. But when you know the importance of it, and you do have to work at it, because you can still be good, but you've got to have different tactics, and you've got to learn how to do different things. And the bottom line is your line mates have to be on the same page. Whether it's offensively or defensively, whether you win a draw, lose a draw, you got to know what you're doing, and that all helps too. It all goes into it. But I like where we're at with face-offs, and hopefully we're good this weekend because we're going to get challenged.
The Saturday comeback in Denver, I talked to Hertz yesterday, and he said there was a point in the second period he felt like things were starting to come together a little bit, even though you weren't scoring goals. At what point did you start to think that was something you could pull off and find a way to get back in that thing and eventually win it?
When we scored the first goal, truthfully. I thought I thought we were having a good second period, and then they got the third goal off a deflection and kind of a crazy bounce. And when you're looking at that going, it might not be your night. And then we start the third period with a anemic power play. Then you're going, it isn't going to be our night. And then once we got that first goal, and we talked about that in the between periods, just get the first one. It would have been nice to get one on the power play earlier and build off that, but it took longer to get. And once we got that one, I think our guys felt, obviously a little bit better, because we'd been shut out for 5+ periods. Any goal is a good one, but it gave our guys, and I think our guys had the belief that if we got the first one, I think the gates would open a little bit, and they kind of did. But we used the whole 60 minutes to get it done, and part of the next period, but it doesn't matter. It was a real good win for our team, and I was really proud of our guys that they could have easily went the other way a number of times in that game, but they stayed with it, and hopefully that's a good sign, and that's a little bit of that team's identity.
How good does it feel looking back and knowing that, I know it was a struggle to score for a good chunk of that series, but knowing how you dominated possession for 120 minutes against a team that was top 5 in the country, possession coming in?
Good, and you know what? I think defensively we did a good job too, and I think there are some positives of things that we've done, and one of those is that I think we have possessed the puck. I think we've gotten shots, and again, shots aren't everything, but we have possessed the puck. I think defensively we've become a better team. I thought last weekend was going to be, or 2 weekends ago was a good challenge for us there against another good team. I mean, obviously CC has the forward, so I mean we've done some good things defensively and not allowing teams too many opportunities. Hopefully that's something that continues, because we know if we don't give up too many odd man rushes or critical plays, that our goaltender is there, and conversely we need to help him out at the other end. And if we continue to possess pucks and generate shots, eventually goals will come. I think I just didn't like our power play 2 weekends ago. I thought it was probably the only negative for me. So we need to get that straightened out and get that going in the right direction.
North Dakota, a heavier team, more physical team, probably than what you've seen so far in league play. How different is this series going to be than the first two were?
Yeah, I think we kind of talked. I think the next 4 games are going to be that way. There's going to be obviously a good pace to the games, but they're an aggressive forechecking team. They're really hard at the net. They get a lot of guys, a lot of pucks to the net. A lot of defensemen will shoot the puck a lot, but they get traffic and have a net presence and certainly attack the net very well. But they forecheck hard. So the first challenge is to give our D some time to get some pucks up the rink, and I think both teams transition very well, and very similar teams, I think, as far as just the lines and the depth. I'm not sure who they're going to play in goal. I mean, both have shown some good things, so it doesn't really matter. We got to get to whoever we play, but it'll be a good intense series.